So we're evaluating what material we're getting, separating it into different categories, and by what material it is, put straws together, that type of thing. We're gonna sort of come up with a plan for what we're gonna do for the next 20 minutes or so. I don't know about you, but I'm thinking some skewers together like this, with some tape. Yeah, that could work. Something like that, and maybe some pipe cleaners connecting it, something of that sort. I don't know. These are not the supplies I expected, though. Remember what they said at the extravaganza and at the workshop. We might not get the supplies that we expect. It's mystery. So they can throw anything at us. So let's work with the materials we have and try to get the longest bridge. How about we use the tape to connect these? You want to split that tape up, right? Yeah, let's get double the tape out here and beneficial. Scissors, where'd you get those scissors? Did you bring those in with you? Yeah, you can bring the scissors in. Our coach gave these to us. Wow, how come I didn't know that? Maybe I should have been paying attention during the workshop. Man, I really wish I had a pair of scissors so I could help you with that. Maybe next year we'll be able to bring in 2 pairs of scissors like we're allowed to. So I'm thinking some simple connections between the two, with some tape, wrap it around a few times. Let's do it accidentally. Man, Ricky, why'd you break the supply? Can we get a new one from the event supervisor? I don't know. Maybe we should ask. Maybe we should ask. Oh, I just found out that we can't get new supplies. Once we start cutting them and using them, we can't get new supplies. If this is broken when we got it, then we could have gotten a new supply, but now we can't. I would suggest dumping it out, getting an inventory of everything you have. So then you can see like you have like skewers, good supports, nice and strong, that type of thing. Also, when you dump it out originally, I know we've had problems in the past with skewers being broken. Well, when we're making 80 kits or so, and we're going real fast, some skewers might be broken. They might be in half. I've noticed because we buy cheaper materials that sometimes they're split in half or something like that. If that is the case, let us know right away. We have spares. We'll get you another one. But once you start building, and you guys notice you have a broken one, we can't do anything about it then, because then we could say, well, you guys broke it, not us. So do it in the beginning, and that way we won't have any problems with that, and everything will be nice and fair. So what I like to do is I like to split it into like real strong supports. So I separate out the skewers. Usually that's going to be one of your major supports if you have skewers at all. You want to use something hard. You have things like straws sometimes. Straws can be used for connecting pieces. Can be used for the actual support of the bridge if you know how to use them correctly, and if you can make them stronger than what just a regular straw is. Another useful way is, Ricky, you want to show them pipe cleaner and a straw?
You have your pipe cleaner, and it's real simple. You can just take it and stick it through the straw, and then you have 2 ends, and you guys can wrap them around something, connect them, and it is fairly strong.
Yeah, and you guys, since the pipe cleaners are made of thin metal, they bend real easy. Well, the straws add some strength to that, and then you can use it as those little wires as connecting pieces. And usually that's what you'd use a pipe cleaner for, is just connecting 2 sides of the bridge. and maybe put a straw in between there as well. You can use scissors and pliers. Now, scissors, obviously, straws, note cards, that type of thing. Pliers can be used for skewers, pipe cleaners, that type of thing. I'm sure your parents don't want you guys taking their nice scissors that are sharp and using them on metal, because then they're not going to be so sharp anymore. So I would suggest bringing in a set of pliers and a set of scissors, if not one set per person that's coming in. Also, you can bring in a ruler. One of the things in a bridge that makes it a lot stronger is it being symmetrical, and then it won't bend either direction. It will bend the same, and the symmetry is what you want in your bridge.
What does symmetrical mean?
Taking a straw instead of another straw. Now, that might seem like a hard task to do because they're the same size, but if you just kind of smush the front end of the straw, you can give it a push in there, and it forms a strong joint because it's putting a lot of friction, a lot of pressure on it, and it makes the straw relatively strong, almost like a skewer strength. So that could be beneficial. The only problem with that is now you're taking away from the length of your straw because you're putting a straw instead of another straw.
An example of the kind of material that can be in your kit. It might include rubber bands, paper clips, you never know. Baseball cards, it could have a whole bunch of different things in there. So don't get used to building with the same material all the time. And often I'll hear someone say, oh, well, I was supposed to get 6 skewers in my kit and I didn't get them, Well, you might not. You might not get any skewers in your kit. So don't get overly used to building with the same materials. One thing that comes up often as a question is, how will I know how much building time I have left? When you're actually competing and you're in your little build room, and you can't see what anybody else is doing, there is a timer in that room. And there's also lots of volunteers that will walk around and kind of help you remember, how much more time you have to build. You have the total of 20 minutes to build, but if you decide that you're done in 10 minutes, that's okay. You want to
Yeah, what is it? Which one? One with 2 skewers.
Is that a lot of time to utilize this? Is that a good idea?
Test it and see how far you guys want it. Alright, you guys can. Okay. My suggestion would be, it looks like you guys have skewers coming out at the end here, and you guys don't have anything coming out at the end here. Try to remain consistent throughout. A strong bridge is one that's consistent throughout the whole thing. Another thing is I saw you guys didn't cut off your tape. That might have been beneficial to cut off your tape. You guys would have